asset deck, and the Convert to Christianity cards are from the action deck. Now what you're going to do with these cards is you're going to take the Convert to Christianity cards and shuffle them into the bottom of this deck, and then you're going to take the Yam cards, and everyone's going to draw one, and that's part of their inheritance from their father. Did you pick up multiple? Oh, that's not it. That's not one of them.
Yeah, 0.25 an acre.
I have 0.23. And Peter obviously has.
1.12.
So you got the smallest experience.
Yeah, my father was kind of a bum, not gonna lie.
And then we're going
Surprised I
to
even got this.
then we're going to shuffle these, and that didn't work at all. We're going to shuffle these into the deck. I'm just going to shuffle the whole deck.
Yeah, you might as well.
Now the way to start the game is the eldest player, which is Jeffrey, is going to take turns, and we're going to go in a rotation. We're starting with the eldest player. We're going to go in the counterclockwise rotation, drawing 2 cards, or drawing 2 cards except for the very first time.
When we draw 5, right?
Yeah, you draw 5.
Okay.
So.
And then, just to clarify real quick, you want to lay out those 3 asset cards. You can draw your cards, Jeffrey. You lay out those 3 asset cards at the start of the game, and there should never be any less than 3.
Or any more than 3.
Any more than 3 either. So there should always be 3.
And here we see really good examples because they aren't all the same. Sometimes it'll come up in the game where all 3 are the same or very similar. Okay, so now he's going to use his turn. Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take, you have your action cards right here, and you got to match them up with asset cards, one of the 3 asset cards over here that correspond with what you have. So
It's like a form of earning.
yeah. So
Because I have 2 manly deeds, I can trade these in for 5 lives.
yes,
You got one of the highest cards right off the bat.
yes.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So I was
And then
taking
you,
those.
And then the discard pile.
and then now it's, and then you can only gain 1 asset card per turn. So,
Yeah, so now it's
Riley's
his
turn,
turn.
and he would draw 5 as well for his first turn.
Now the thing is, you can't take, none of us can take this specific card because you need at least 4 asset cards, and then you can immediately take it, and that ends your turn.
So
What do you have?
yeah.
You have Train for War.
He has 2 train for wars, and we have a great active war over here, so he can turn those in and take the great active war. So, and that'll be his turn. So now it's Train's turn.
How many points is the Great Active War?
The Great Active War is 8 points.
So it's a pretty valuable
Oh
card.
wow, look at that.
3 manly deeds.
And no wild cards.
No way. So Jake did not draw anything that corresponds with something over here, so he just has to end his turn. He did draw a bunch of manly deeds, but since we have no live cards over here, he can't take anything. So now it's my turn, and I will draw 5. We all got some man real estate, and I drew nothing useful here.
Yeah, you also have to move on.
So I can't do anything, so now I gotta pass it to Jeffrey.
So now, since it's my second turn, I only draw 2 cards this time.
yeah.
Yes.
You only draw 5 on your first turn. That's kind of like your starting hand.
Yeah.
And it's very important that all your cards are laid down in front of you and not actually in your hand, because that would symbolize when you're part of a society, everyone can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
So everyone can see that you're trying to get a wife if you do manly deeds.
I have nothing since there's no game up there.
Yes, there is. So he can't do anything either. So now it's Riley, and Riley draws 2.
Oh no.
Oh my. More yam real estate and nothing. So
Doesn't happen often, does it?
no.
More manly deeds. Great.
More manly deeds and nothing. So
It's really interesting, like, the different ways of how the game's shown.
and more manly deeds. Haha.
Yeah, like with the manly deeds, doing a manly deed can get you a wife, and
Yeah.
having more wives is more power.
Reward power.
Yeah. So in Evo culture, you're judged. Your worth. Yeah, you can draw. Your worth is judged on your actions, the amount of yams you have, and the amount of wives you have, which is actually why we're putting so much emphasis on it in this game. So.
Ooh,
Oh, you
Look
got
at
2
that.
soccer practices.
2 soccer practices.
Yeah, so he can take the champion soccer team, which is actually it's the second most valuable card.
Third because
Right
of
at-
5 wives.
Oh yeah, after wrestling.
So this is 10, and every wife is worth 2 points. So 5 is 2.
Okay, so this is an example of something. So Riley just drew the converted to Christianity card, so that instantly ends his turn, and Riley is out of the game. So
Now he's going to use the totaling sheet to add up all his points, and that's his final score. So let's do Great Act of War gives you 8 points, and then your 0.15 of an acre yam gives you 1 point. So you have 9 points, and then you have 2 per each of your action cards, which is 1, 2, 3, 4,
he
5,
has
6.
6, so that's 12.
12 plus 9.
9. Yeah.
21.
So obviously you're in a bad situation because you don't want to end your game that quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, but that's the way it is.
So you've ended
So-
up with cards.
Exactly how it happened, dude.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that your way of life, that way of life you're living is over now that you've converted to Christianity in a new way.
Precisely.
So,
Okay, now it's my turn to draw 2. And I've also drawn the Convert to Christianity card with only having 1 action card.
yeah. Another thing is that even if you could make a match and get something, which Jake cannot, but even if he could, he would not be allowed to take another asset card because converted to Christianity immediately ends your turn.
So now to add up my cards, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, don't count the Christianity card.
Yeah, don't count the Christianity card. I have 8 8 action cards and 1 asset card. So I have 16 points in action cards and then plus 4 points. So I only have 20. I actually ended with less than Riley did.
Okay. So now it's my turn, and if I draw I did not draw a Christianity card, but I also do not have it. Actually, I do have something. Since the wives just came up, I can use 2 of my manly deeds to gain those 3 wives over here.
This is not great for showing all the little.
Well, yeah, but okay. Okay. So now, if Jeffrey can gain 1 more asset card, he can take the Igawu card right here. So, but
I can't.
lucky
do
for me,
anything.
he cannot take it. So it goes back to it goes back to me. Heart of the cards, guys. Okay, so that's good.
Oh, jeez.
That's good because I got 2 soccer practices here, so I can take the champion soccer team. So now I have 3 asset cards. So if either of us gain 1 more, we can take this.
And
for our turn.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he's just gotta be careful about not drawing a Christianity card here, because he has enough to get his 4th asset card. And there we go. He has not.
I just can't get anything.
No, you can.
There you go.
Because you got a bunch of yam real estate. We just got a bunch of
I can
yams.
get yams right now.
Yeah. But you still can't take the Igawa card because you can only take 1 asset card per turn.
Yeah.
So that means that well, either way, you're still gonna get it. Because even if I get another match, I can't take it either. So you're just gonna take
Yeah.
Unless I get a convert to Christianity.
Unless I get one. So
Oh, look at that.
there we go. So that ends the game right there since everyone's out except for 1 person. So
Also, if you noticed, a Become a Wrestling Champion card was laid out. There were only 4 that correspond with it anyway, and I already had one when I lost, so there were only actually 3
and
left.
Jeffrey had 1.
Yeah, so there are only 2 left in here for either of them to receive anyway, so neither
So
of them might not get.
I have 8 action cards, so that's 16 points. I have 3 wives, so 3 times 2 is 6, so that's 24. 24. I have the lowest amount of acres, so that's 25. The champion soccer team, so 34, and then you don't count the Christianity card. So Jeffrey most likely has more than me, but at the moment I'm beating both Jake and Riley.
And he does and he does have the highest card pointage in the game here.
So with the action cards, I'm looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 21.21 of an acre, so that's 14 plus 3, 17.25, so that's 17 plus 4, 21. Play on the champion soccer team, that makes 30. And
See
then
you already.
Yeah.
5 wives makes 40.
Yep. So Jeffrey's the winner because he had the most.